Well, as a mom-to-be, I can say it from experience now. All you ever hope for is your child to be healthy. But imagine getting a diagnosis of something so rare and then being told that your child won't have long to live.
Ugh, Danielle Breezy spoke to one Tennessee mother who is living that now and was led to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital for hope.
I was young and newly married, and we had tried for a child for 3 years, and then finally after our 3rd anniversary we had our son Caleb, and he was born with his feet turned in, but we had had some genetic testing while I was pregnant, and they had said no, he's fine. Sometimes these things just happen. But he kept having little things like he didn't pass a hearing test, or he kept getting chest infections and pneumonia and RSV and things like that. So his orthopedic doctor kept saying, I think there's something here. There's just something that we're not getting.
Caleb was referred to a genetic specialist.
I would look at my son and I saw this perfect little boy that we had tried 3 years for. But the geneticist looked at him and said, I think I've seen your son in a book before. And I was like, what do you mean you've seen my son in a book? He looks like a little baby boy. But he said, well, his eyes are just a little bit further spaced apart, and the bridge of his nose is just a little flat.
Caleb's diagnosis? Hurler syndrome, the most severe form of a rare and incurable genetic disease called MPS I. Children with Hurler syndrome are unable to break down or dispose certain sugar molecules. The molecules build up, leading to progressive damage by attacking the heart and other organs.
They told us that Caleb would, at the time he was 13 months old, they said he would be rapidly progressing, that he would lose his mobility, that he would lose his hearing, that he would become blind, that he could possibly be mentally deficit, that his organs would start shutting down, and that he would die between the age of 5 and 10.
Kelly was told St. Jude Children's Research Hospital offered hope, as a doctor there had experience with a new transplant treatment protocol to help children like Caleb. A blessing as they lived in Memphis.
It's not a cure, but it's a way to slow the progression. But you have to find a bone marrow donor, and you have to have a transplant before the age of 2.
The transplant at St. Jude was a success, and care continued touching every aspect of Caleb's life. For example, when his mobility started deteriorating,
they got him a scooter and everything so he could ride around the halls and act like he was on a motorcycle. But it was just these things that they added joy to his life. It wasn't just about the minimal care that he needed for his disease. It was about giving him the best life.
So from doctors and nurses to countless others on his care team, their expertise, compassion, and support did make a remarkable difference.
He's 22 years old now.
Caleb graduated from high school and now hosts a podcast.
He sees the world very purely. He sees the good. He tries to see the good in so much.
Caleb continues living his best life thanks to the unprecedented care at St. Jude.
In 19 years, my son has had his bone marrow transplant, chemo, radiation, blood, platelets. He's had his spine reconstructed, or they broke it and fused it back together from the front and the back. They reconstructed his hips. They did carpal tunnel surgery on him. They did a corneal transplant in his right eye.
Families never receive a medical bill from St. Jude, even if care runs into the millions of dollars, as money raised from the St. Jude Dream Home giveaway helps underwrite that medical care.
If your contribution, yes, you may win a wonderful house, you may win a wonderful prize, but even more than that, to be able to impact a family. I would sell my house, I would sell the clothes off my back, I would move where I had to move, I'd live in a cardboard box if I had to, but I didn't have to because of St. Jude.
Wow, chills. My goodness.
We stand behind Caleb.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I want to listen to his podcast.
I know.
You can help kids like Caleb with rare conditions or children with cancer by reserving your St. Jude Dream Home giveaway ticket.
Now those tickets are going fast and we expect to sell out soon. So visit WKRN.com/St. Jude now to reserve yours before they're gone.